Get me out of here!
Welcome to 2121 AD.
Hi, this is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with another review. This week we're talking When Women Rule the World, which is a 2020 movie directed by Sheldon Silverstein and stars Anna Hera, Francisco Dacun, and Chris Gooch, among others. This is a movie about a guy who idolizes Trump and just wants to be just like Donald Trump, even down to his girlfriend. And as they're traveling with their two assistants, they get thrown into a time warp and come out, 150 years in the future, where women rule the world. And men are kind of considered slaves and less than slaves as well. And so it's just about them kind of stranded in this world, and they have to just kind of survive and, work out how things are done. And hopefully, maybe even get back to their own time. What will happen exactly? You'll have to watch and find out. Alright, so what works with this one? Well, I think this one was excellently filmed. I think the setting was excellent, in the desert, and it's excellently shot. Like, sometimes I would even have to pause and be like, is this a matte painting? Because it's so perfectly laid out. The cinematography is great. If you're into movie making or, dissecting how movies are made or at least shot, I think this movie is something that you could definitely watch and appreciate on that side. I recently reviewed a film called America 3000, and this one has a similar plot with the gender war going on and stuff. And this one is essentially that, but with Donald Trump as president, which I thought was, kind of funny. But it does have more credit than that, right? It does have quite some surprising sci-fi ideas in it. Like at some point there's this android from even the further future that shows up. And they ask for his help, and he says, no, that would, create a time distortion or whatever and ruin my timeline. And then they say, no, we want to change this all. We want to change everything that's happening now. And then he thinks about it, and he says, all right, I'll help you. And I thought that was pretty clever line. And then it also implies other implications as well about what the robot's motivations are and stuff, which I thought was really cool. Definitely unexpected. So there's a lot of little quirks like that show up in here that make it a better film than I expected. And finally, as a B-movie lover, I love kind of just the B-movie quality of it, or the B-movie tropes that it uses. There's all these ADR lines that are pretty funny. They have the Amazon costumes right out of the 50s. Their props are a little bit cheap, but then, very effective for what they're doing. And all of that stuff works together to make a very silly movie, but a very fun movie at the same time. All right, so what doesn't work with this movie? Well, they do have this Donald Trump character, so they have all the pitfalls that come along with that. And all the other actors, they have that B-movie trope of acting OTT, over the top, where they go out of their way to make expressions, go out of their way to do certain things. And I enjoyed it. I always like people trying their hardest, and that's definitely something I can see within the film. So good job on you guys. So who is this movie for exactly? Well, I watched this one because it was free on Tubi TV. I was just sitting around on a Tuesday and thought, I would like to watch something. So I went over to Tubi and turned this one on and was pleasantly surprised with it. So I think if you're looking for something just silly to watch for an hour and a half, you can definitely turn it on. And if you're in a group, I think that would even be better. If you had a B-movie night with your friends, definitely turn this on where you can talk about it and discuss what's going on and kind of laugh all together. I think that would be great too. As for a rating, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. But what did you think? Are you going to see it? Have you seen it? Leave us a comment down below. As always, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.